Good morning. Welcome to this edition of Pillows on Prayer. We're going to be talking about Hanissim, which is long because we have two paragraphs to go through. We have one on Purim and one on Hanukkah. So let's get into it. There are two themes to Hanissim. The first one is what a miracle is, what's the idea behind a miracle. And the second is why we remember miracles, why we talk about them. So the first idea of a miracle is there's a natural course to the world. There's a natural order to the world, what we call nature, which is just the way that God's general providence works. When God interrupts general providence and does something specifically, that's what we call a miracle. That interruption is called a miracle. Okay, it's a interruption in what we normally observe around the natural world. And we're not supposed to rely on miracles because our relationship with the Kadosh Baruch Hu is supposed to be through the abstract, through ideas, not through physical phenomena that are different or strange. Okay. We mention the miracles, and especially Hanissim, out of gratitude for the miracle of Purim and the miracle of Hanukkah. But the question is gratitude an ends of itself? And the Rambam explains that gratitude is a way of us being constantly aware of Hashem. That by the fact that we're thanking Hashem, we're always aware, and that's why it's always a good idea to have gratitude to Hashem. That's why we make so many different brachos throughout the day, is to remember to be aware of God at all times. And those are the two ideas. Okay, let's get into the words themselves. We're going to be first looking at the Al Nisim, the first two lines, which is the same both on Hanukkah and Purim. Okay, so Al Nisim v'Hal Porkan v'Hal Gevuros v'Hal Shuos v'Hal Mechamos Shasisal Tzinu b'Yamim Mehem B'Zman Hazeh. So a nace can either be a miracle or a challenge, and we're thanking God for both the miracles that saved us and the challenges that we face that enable us to overcome them and become close to Hashem. We thank Hashem for the salvation and for the might that He showed us in fighting for us. And that's what we thank Hashem for fighting for us year after year, right? Also, Bizman Hazeh, okay, in this time, not just back in the olden days. Okay, let's look at Hanukkah's text. B'mei Matisyahu ben Yochanan Kohen Gadol, right? So the time of Matisyahu Yochanan Kohen Gadol, when the Syrian Greeks ruled us, the Ivanim, Chashmoneh Ivanav, right? There's his sons, Kishamda Machos Yavan Harisha Al Amcha Yisrael Lashkicham Tarsechla V'Rmachakir Tzanecha. Right? So the Greeks, they didn't just ban Torah, but they were trying to deny the knowledge of God from all. Right? They didn't want anybody to have knowledge of God. They wanted to have everybody give the Torah for their own system of values and discipline, right? They had universal ideas that were different than the ideas of Judaism. Right? God's great care and concern for us. He stood up at a time when we needed Him. Ravtas, Rivam, Dantas, Dinam, Nekantas, Nigmasam. So right, Hashem judges all. He even the weak went out to fight, and it was not a problem. Okay, right. So it says Rabbi biyad ma'atim, Tmeim biyad tahorim, Risham biyad tzadikim, V'zedi biyad askoris asecha. Right, the small in numbers, the Maccabees, the Jews were very small, were able to defeat the many in the larger, stronger Greek army. Right, the Jews were able to fight and defeat the pagan Gentiles. Okay. Right, so Hashem did this in order to make His name great, right? Because that's the idea, is in order to spread the knowledge of God. And Bnei Israel received a great salvation on this day. Right, and after all this, we cleaned out the Beis HaMikdash, we lit the menorah, and 8 days were made in honor of the miracle in order to remind ourselves of God's power every single day. Okay, then we say that's the Hanukkah text. Now let's go switch to the Purim text. We say we made Mordechai Esther B'Shushan Habira, right? At the times of Mordechai and Esther, Kashaman Alem Haman of Russia, right? So this time the evil protagonist was Haman. Bikesh Lahashmid L'Harog L'Abedes Koyodim. He wanted to destroy the Jews. This was different than the Greeks who wanted to destroy our culture. Haman wanted to destroy us as a people, no more. Minar V'Adzakein, right? Didn't make a difference. Children, old people, tough and nashim, right? Men, women, biyom echad, all one day. Right? On the 13th of Adar, Chodesh Adar, Ushlalom Avos, and he wanted to take all our stuff. Now God, in your mercy, right? Rabbim, So by Mida Keneged Mida, the fact that he wanted to destroy us, then Haman and all his sons were destroyed, and their future plans were wiped out. Okay, and then the rest of the text goes on, but that's the general idea. Okay, that's today's Pillows on Prayer.